Welcome to Hope, heartful outreach, positive encouragement. On this channel, we discuss real-life issues from a Christ follower's perspective. How can we improve our family lives, get out of debt, leave an inheritance to our loved ones, and use our talents to make an impact on our communities? Stay tuned for guest speakers who will share tips and resources to help you with these and other topics. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And now, let's join today's guest speaker.
Well, hello. First of all, I want to say thank you so very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It has been a pleasure getting to know you, and I'm excited about whoever gets to hear this, whether it's a day from now, or a month, a year, or 10 years. My name is Vinzanna. I am the office expert at Training on Wheels. I am an island girl. I am originally from the Bahamas, born and raised on the beautiful island of Grand Bahama. Came over for college, met my husband in English 101, and here we are.
Oh, wow.
A lot of years later, I'm still here. And about 5 or almost now 6 years ago, my family and I decided to take a faith move and move to Jacksonville, Florida, where we knew no one.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, God, what is happening? So we used to drive through Jacksonville quite a bit because I have family in Miami. So we would always stop in Jacksonville for like a bathroom break. And we would always stop at River City Marketplace. So when we decided to move, we moved our entire life around the only place that we knew, which was the bathroom stop, River City. So we found a house, we found the kids, found schools, all that good stuff. And we took the faith move, moved to Jacksonville. Back in South Carolina, I taught at HBCU, Allen University. I was a business and technology professor there. So I wanted to continue that when I moved to Jacksonville with hopes of teaching at the only HBCU in Jacksonville. Well, it didn't work out, and God had other plans.
Okay.
And I took the skills that He gave me and launched Training on Wheels in 2017. And yeah, we've been going, trying not to give up. You know, entrepreneurs, you can relate to me right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Full-time entrepreneur since 2017, and in that moment we say God gets all of the glory because this is His plan. This is His plan in action. So Train on Wheels provides professional development training that comes to you, and the specialty is Microsoft Office and low-cost technology. So how can you do more in less time using technology?
Right.
We like to train technology for the things that, not necessarily for the job, right? But to show you how to use technology to make your life easier. Because if you can see that part, that's literally the purpose of technology. That's literally the definition, to make your life easier. So we come and we try to show you tools, tips, and techniques that you can use to buy groceries, to do what we're doing now virtually, right?
Exactly.
To create a budget. And then you can take those skills, and if you have a business or if you have a job, you can apply those skills there. But I don't like to teach for the job. Jobs come and go. You need this for you. Everybody point at yourself. I need this for me. And we all need something for ourselves. So that's how Training on Wheels came to be. My amazing husband gifted me and surprised me with our logo, and just went from there.
Well, it's wonderful to have your spouse on board and supporting you. Yes.
Yes. They say when you marry an entrepreneur, you also become an assistant that you didn't sign up to be. So for most of our marriage, that was him being in the entrepreneurial role. And as I stated, it's not something that I wanted to do, by the way. I am that person that sees nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Okay, you get your check every other week or every first and the 15th. We know, something is coming in that bank account. This world here, woo, that's another episode. But it's amazing to have support because you're going to need it on this journey because it's just unique. And no entrepreneurial journey is the same. So definitely grateful for the support.
Right. Well, I mean, whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you are a working person working for someone else, it's good to pass forward that legacy of hard work. Yes.
Right. That's right. That's something that cannot be taught. That is a character trait. Hard work, respect, your attitude, your character. Those are skills that I can't teach you.
Right.
That's what you have to come in with. So making sure that you're surrounded with those people that have those traits too. Like you said, whether you're a 9 to 5 or an entrepreneur, that matters. That matters a whole lot. So my circle is very important to me.
Right.
I want people in it that can enhance who God has called me to be, not pull me down. So we're here for a reason.
Yes.
And we're just embracing this season. And, hopefully, I'm not one to question God. Hopefully this season will last a little long because I don't want to move again. But, we'll move with what he says to do. We'll move with what he says.
Wonderful. One of the things that you said to me, you had a sign at the expo. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it caught my eye. Do you have that sign?
I don't have it with me right now, but I do remember what it said. It says, I increased my salary by 5 figures. Let me show you how.
Let
me show you how. And that is what we're here to do. Yes, money is important. It's required to live. So we should be paid what we're valued. And one of the ways that you can do that is by learning a transferable skill. So can I share the story of actually how that happened for me?
Please.
Okay. So my last 9 to 5 job that I applied for, I was applying to be an Excel trainer, Microsoft Excel. And the gentleman there, the owner of the company, asked me, well, can you teach Excel? And I'm like, did you not see my resume? I'm like, what is happening here? Yes, I can teach Excel. And he said, prove to me that you can teach Excel. I'm like, okay, Holy Ghost, where is this going? I don't know where this is going. But nonetheless, he said, the way that I want you to prove to me that you can teach Excel and that you know Excel, even though I've been teaching it at a university level, he said, I want you to take an Excel exam. And I'm like, what in the world? I ain't come here to take no, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, this ain't what God had for me. I'm checking out. But something was like, just stay in it. So long story short, I took the Microsoft Office Excel exam. It was, I think at that time, it was about $300 or so that I had to pay for.
Oh, my.
Right. So I was like, okay. So I'm studying. Took the test. The passing score for the test was 700. I scored a 930 out of 1,000. So I had my little piece of paper, and I went back to the gentleman, and said, now I know Excel. I proved to you that I know Excel, and this is now the salary that I'm requesting. So I say this to say, you can say you know something, and while you have the confidence in all the world that you know something, and God knows what he has given you, there is nothing wrong with a little piece of paper reaffirming that you know what you said.
I agree.
And he happily gave me the salary that I requested. And it was a very great job, got to meet a lot of people. And in addition to that, he also paid for the rest of my certifications.
Wonderful.
Yeah. even down to my certification as a Microsoft certified trainer, which costs thousands of dollars. You know, he invested it back into his employees. So you can earn more by increasing transferable skills and getting that piece of paper.
Outstanding.
That helps. So definitely that's the goal. All of our classes are targeted toward you passing that exam. Because I've seen it. I've seen it. It can happen. If it can happen for me, it can happen for you too.
So how in demand are these skills?
Oh man, from the stay-at-home mom to the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, everyone uses Microsoft Office in one capacity or the other. Now, we do know that they have alternatives such as Google. Google has, Google Docs and Google Sheets, but the concept of using an office processing software, I don't care what you call yourself, is the same. And I don't care what you do. At some point, you are going to encounter one of these products. So the demand is very much there. And, we must not sell ourselves short, make sure that we are developed in the area that people are looking for.
So I wanted to touch on something, Vinzanna. You mentioned that when your employer said to you, prove to me, I want you to take this test and prove to me that you have the ability to teach Microsoft Excel. Okay. I do know why he said that, because a lot of people put that on their resume and they really don't even know how to open a spreadsheet. But nevertheless, we can become a little defensive when someone challenges our skills and abilities. Speak to that a minute, because sometimes I think, it's kind of almost a cultural thing, I think. I know for me, it really pushes a button for me when someone challenges me like that. What do you think?
Oh, it definitely didn't, especially when you're being challenged by another race. So it definitely pushes a lot of buttons. I would say this in that moment, my internal reaction was like, who are you talking to? But my facial reaction, because, we're entitled to feel how we feel. What he said made me feel a certain way because I knew the value that I brought to the table. How we react is something totally different.
Yes.
Oh, I called my husband when I got to call, and he said this, and I was in my feelings. I was in my feelings because I knew, but then I thought about it. Well, to be honest, and you mentioned this, every single person that I know of, just about, says on their resume that they are proficient in Excel or in Word or in PowerPoint. Nobody's not proficient. So instead of getting upset, kind of turn the cheek and look at it their way, How else am I supposed to show my value if I'm not willing to invest? I'm expecting him to invest in me with a salary.
Right.
I'm expecting him to invest in my kid's soccer game with a salary, but I'm not willing to invest in myself.
Yes. I see where you're going with this.
Right. So a lot of times we're ready to attack, and that gets us nowhere. So without saying so many words, you have to learn also how to play the game.
Yes.
Because, after I got that one piece of paper, that same person that made me pay for that paid for me to get, I think while I was there, about 6 or 7 certifications. You have to learn. So I think I won.
You did win. And I have to say this too, is like, it won't hurt us to become more like an entrepreneur, even when we're working a salaried job. Put yourself in the place of the business owner.
Right.
Why would he pay you and not know for sure you can do this job? It's going to cost him a lot to try to let you go when he finds out you can't do it. So that's what he's really doing. So we have to do this for our own selves in our own business. Check the people we're hiring and contracting with also. So
Mhm.
it's a good
And
message.
don't make it personal. It
No.
wasn't, and that's what I had to get over. I was like, well, he's not personally attacking you, because we end up having a pretty good, solid relationship. He's just
Mhm.
doing what was best for his company and his
Mhm.
clients. And
Right.
we as entrepreneurs, we need to take more advice from that end.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, yes, we want to build people up and do this and do that, but
Mhm.
JEA does not accept building people up. JEA accepts dollars.
There you go.
So we need to make decisions that's going to affect the financial stability of our company if we want to leave legacies. In
Mhm.
order to leave a legacy, there must be something left.
Yes. Good segue, my dear. So tell me about legacy in your life. What is it that you want to do with this business of yours?
Well, honestly, I am trusting, like everything. I trust God to lead the business. I'm not sure if this will be something that I want to pass on to my son or my daughter. But what I do want to pass on is the lessons that I've learned as an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Nothing is given to you, baby girl or baby boy.
Mhm.
Respect goes a very long way. People go a very long way. One of the things that I say to anyone that I'm bringing on into my organization in terms of like an employee or a contractor, we are the Chick-fil-A of training. We spoil our clients rotten. They know it and they keep coming back because at the end of the day, people matter. And I care about whether or not someone is learning
Mhm.
and can apply this to their life. So my legacy is I want my children and their children to see that this thing doesn't come easy. Life isn't easy. Working a 9 to 5 isn't easy. Being an entrepreneur isn't easy. A mother, a wife, none of that is easy. But we can do it well with great character, respect,
Mhm.
attitude, and ultimately serving the God who provided this for us. So that's my legacy. I
Well
don't think
said.
they're gonna get a business, but
Well said. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, with all of that beautiful information, do you have something going on that you want to tell the listening audience about, like anything special happening?
absolutely. Well, just you listening, you're special. I want you to
Thank
know
you.
that you're special. You're very special. But we would love the opportunity to engage with anyone. I don't necessarily believe in sales calls.
Mhm.
So we do have a free strategy call. And the strategy call allows you to come in and everyone actually, let me share this. Every customer that comes through Training on Wheels speaks to me.
Okay.
I want to learn about what are your goals and whether or not we're a good fit for your goals. Because if I'm not, I want to refer you to, you know what? Let's be honest, you may need to start here. So our free strategy call is available. I call it like a little virtual coffee chat. Let's learn about your goals. Let's see if they align with our goals and let's make a connection happen. But the goal is to provide professional quality training that comes to you both
Mhm.
intellectually and physically. We meet you where you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have international clients. That's not the problem.
Mhm.
Okay. Intellectually, if I can teach it, if my mother ever listens to this, please forgive me, mommy. I love you. I'm going to put that disclaimer. But if I can teach my mother how to access her bank account after 4 years, I can teach. But I want to meet you. I want to meet you where you are.
Right.
I want to show you how you can use technology literally to
Mhm.
make your life easier.
Mhm.
You don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be a certified trainer, but it's not going anywhere. So
Mhm.
either you use it or you get left behind.
Wonderful.
That's what I want to share with them. And to book that free strategy call, as you stated, you'll leave the contact information, but it's trainingonwheels.com. Very simple.
Excellent. Yes, excellent. So yeah, well, before I let you go, then Vinzanna, tell us. I know you're a mom, you're a wife, you're an entrepreneur, and I know all of that. Trying to balance out life and all of those things can be challenging. So, what would you say to the listening audience about just giving them a message of hope?
Life is hard. Let's start with the facts. Okay. I need, that's the first thing. Like, you
Yes.
have to accept that. And hard doesn't mean impossible,
Mm-hmm.
but there are going to be challenges. It's just a part of it's a part of it. It's a part of our reality.
Mm-hmm.
My message to you would be to pour into yourself, because Vinzanna cannot pour into her children, her husband, her clients, her church, anything, if Vinzanna is empty. And my message to you is to find whatever that is that allows you to pour into yourself. Mine includes meditation. Mine includes walking. Mine includes listening to instrumental music.
Mm-hmm.
Mine includes, I tell the kids all the time, I put myself into timeout. You don't have to go into timeout. I'll go into timeout. And they know when that door is closed, mommy needs a moment to just get herself together so that I am not operating in anger or frustration. So that's my message to you. Pour into you. Pour into you. And that could be, and just throw it in here, that could be through learning too.
Mm-hmm.
Learn a new skill. Pour into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Any which way you can. But once you feel full, then you'll have something to pour into others.
Yes.
But we keep pouring of empty cups. And that's not working.
Yeah. Well, that is really a good message right there, because entrepreneurs, I know so many entrepreneurs who will work. I've said this before, and they don't replenish themselves at all, and they just keep leaning too hard. So that's a very good message. Thank you for that. I'm sure that once people hear that, they will connect to it and
I think
understand.
I needed to hear that again. You say things sometimes, you're like,
Just
girl, you need that for you. I know this is supposed to be for y'all, but Vinzanna needed that right now. I'm about to go and put myself in timeout. Yeah.
That's so funny. That's good. That's good. Well, I'm not gonna take up your timeout time. I'm gonna let you go ahead and put yourself in timeout. But before I do, I'm gonna tell you I really appreciate your time today coming on the show, and God bless you, and thank you so much, Vinzanna. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.